Alright guys, I stayed out a little late last night, worked on a square body. Damn it. Hold on. I'm working on the van right now. The last couple days, I saw I put a push button in for the glow plugs. In the last couple days, I couldn't figure out why I was having, a long period of time to start first thing in the morning. Because, like I said before, you just hit the glow plugs button and the sucker will pop right off. But anyway, I pulled the doghouse off and I pushed the button and the relay wasn't clicking for the glow plugs. So I'm guessing that relay's probably bad because I can put a screwdriver in there and cross it for about 5 seconds and fire right up this time. Because I sat out here this morning crank, and it wouldn't even hit. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? This thing's been running great. And then I pulled that doghouse off and realized that relay wasn't clicking. But I stuck a push button in right there. So I'll either replace the relay or something. I actually took the doghouse off to pull out a glow plug and see if maybe my glow plugs started burning out, but that wasn't the case. I mean, it's easier. I'd rather replace the relay than the fucking glow plugs. But anyway, I was letting this thing run because this tag expired on this van in 14, so I don't know if it's been sitting that long. So I put some fresh red diesel in it and some Lucas. So anyway, I'm gonna let that run. So last night I put up the old handy dandy portable carport. That's what I call her. And I took the factory wiring harness for the 78 and I started stripping all the wires I didn't need out of it. That went to the old motor. It was supposed to be windy today, so I tied it down there. I fucking strapped this bitch down to the truck. Anyway, this is the factory harness for the square body. See, I went through and zip tied, cleaned up the wires I didn't need. This is gonna be my key on, key off power for my standalone. I just basically went there and cleaned up all the wiring for it, put it on there. And I just went and bought some wire loom to make her official, make her look good. Oh. So I'm gonna go in and change into some work clothes and start tackling this. I got to cut, because if you see, if I point the camera instead of just talking, god damn it. So basically, I don't know if the motor's just setting different or what. You can see it don't reach where it's supposed to, but what's causing that is the ignition wire on the starter is a little short. Not the ignition wire, but see how that one's pulled tight. The main hot. So I'm gonna cut that length, put some length into it, and strap her back on there. How do you like my battery cables? Things are big around my thumb. Those are old welding leads. So I'll have plenty of juice to turn this old girl over. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna throw some work clothes on, and I'm going to get this wire loom on there. There's really not a whole. I did not 90% of it last night, but I'll probably run my hot wire, get it all hooked up. So what I do, if I remember, I'm sure I'll forget, but these intakes with the EGR hole, I use a freeze plug. And if I remember, I'll get you guys, they sell a thing to cover it, but the freeze plug's probably cheaper. It's only a couple bucks, and you just stick it in there and tighten it. But it's a Dorman. I'll get the parts number if I remember, and I'll get it in one of my videos for you, just in case anybody who ever wants to run that instead of the actual block off. Like I said, I still got to find a manifold without the EGR hole. I wasn't worried about it. I would just put a plate over it. But I busted the bolts off in it. I mean, 90% of the time that's going to happen anyway. I got to scoot the motor forward. Okay, if you see right there, I'm almost right up against the firewall. So I got to do that. I got my injector plugs on last night too. They're all wired up. Went up the old Harbor Freight and got me some new heat shrink, because I love using that heat shrink over black tape. So I'll probably get the stuff done on this. It'll be pretty quick, and then I'll probably go figure out the glow plug relay on the van. That's about all I got going on right now. I mean, I gotta find a radiator. I had a radiator I thought for right there. They came out back on my channel. It was a red single cab short bed V6 truck that I V8 swapped. Now it's a radiator out of it, and it does not have the the little nipple on the radiator for my throttle body water line. And I got to get a heater core for this because it was broke. So I just did a little bypass-a-roni on it for now. Just for starting references when I get to that point. And usually I'd have this motor started up and had a video of it by now, but I got a bad habit of getting something where it starts up and then well hell, it's running, we might as well just throw her together real fast. That's why I'm not even trying to start it. I'm not even going to put power to it. That's why I'm trying to clean up the wires, because usually I don't clean up the wires like that. I don't do the wire loom. I get lazy and I'll just stuff it behind the intake. It's like, they can't see it. I don't want to have a wire nest. I'm going to have too much money in this truck by the time I'm done. So I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. Hopefully I'll find out on the passenger door, which he already told me a price on the passenger door, so I gotta see if he'll let me cut the floor pans out of one of those trucks, or even he has a Suburban down there, which is actually what I was going to pull the front clip off of. But I kind of want to keep the round headlight. I like the square dual headlights, but I like the way the short bed's circle headlight looks. So I'm gonna try to stick with that for now. If I have no luck finding good fenders, which I should be able to find fenders. Surely someone has fenders for sale. And if you do and you live in Missouri, well, give me a holler. I'd like to buy some. Like I said, the motor needs to come forward because that's about where the cab's going to sit, and I am way too close. I actually think, yeah, I'm further off the firewall on this side than that side, so my motor's actually sitting a little cockeyed in there. Which is why I didn't tighten down the bolts for the slide plate, because I already knew I was going to have to adjust it. So probably get another guy here or something sometime and help me pull that motor forward and lock that sucker down. I really wish I would have remembered to do the transmission cross member while I had the cab off, but it is what it is. So I'm running out of time, guys, so I'm going to get going on this, and I'll probably do another update video later. So guys, like, follow, and share.